What's up, Fresh Coast Gamers? We're here today at my house. We just played a game of Guild Ball. It was really fun. Scored a couple goals, beat up some dudes with hammers and stuff. Now we're actually doing a War Machine Hordes game, Convergence of Cyriss, however you say it, versus my Skorne. So I'm going to attempt to get a game in with everyone I know before the end of Mark II, because that's coming up soon. So this is almost into May, and that's, I think, July 2nd is when we're going to get it or something. So today we are playing on my Skorne table. I've commissioned all the terrain except for the trees from Dreamspirit Wargaming. I'll put a link in the description, so make sure to check that out. The tent part, we're just considering rough terrain. You can run under the tent. There's another tent over there. The buildings are going to be impassable. And then the main area is just rough ground, so you run into that, it's rough. And then we have two forests. We're playing a scenario today called, I believe it's Domination, and I don't know if it's in the 2016 Steamroller, I'm sorry. It's just two flags, and then you can control or dominate them like usual. Go over my force first because I know it pretty well. I have a Gatorman posse, and then their Skorne, Paingiver, Taskmaster makes them really useful and kind of independent. Makeda 3, so Makeda and the Exalted Court, or sorry, Makeda, that's how you officially say it, Makeda. And then some Swamp Gobbers for that extra point. The Basilisk Kreia for her awesome abilities. Molik Karn, obviously. Gladiator, Titan Gladiator, and then some Paingiver Beast Handlers. We're just doing 35 points. And then, Will, if you want to go over your list.
Yep, I got a full unit of reciprocators, a mitigator, diffuser, corollary, the ADO, a unit of 3 of the Optifex directives, Syntherion, Cypher, Galvanizer, and a Conservator over there.
Wow, awesome. So, a lot of jargonly named models.
That's why I put the cards.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with Mark III and how, obviously, Will's force is going to change a little bit. Most War Machine forces are going to change quite a bit by getting the free extra focus, and then we'll see what happens with Hordes. So we're really excited. So let's check back after turn 1. Alright, as you can see here, bottom of turn 1, we've moved up the board quite a bit. Over here I have the Gatormen, they moved up, they did Dirge of Mist, so +1 command, or sorry, +1 defense and terror. Over here, Makeda moved up the center, she gave herself a Vortex of Destruction, put Rush on Molik Karn so he can run up through the trees. The Kreia moved up and cast its Paralytic Aura, so everyone has plus defense and armor versus shooting within 2. And then the Gladiator ran up outside of the forest. Sorry, he trampled up there. On Will's flank over here, the Reciprocators moved up, and then kind of a general advance in the middle. He has Hot Shot out and Synergy, which is especially important for Syntherion. And then over here he moved up with his Warjacks as well. And let's see, bottom of turn 2 is the first turn that we score anything, so let's see what happens. Alright, so Will had his turn with his Convergence of Cyriss. These guys over here moved up 4? They shield walled on their advance, so they're ready to take a charge from the Gators. He had Warjacks that moved up in the middle, right there. He had the guys in the back move up. Syntherion put Reconstruct on this big Warjack, Cypher. The Cypher actually, was it the Cypher that had the mortar?
Yep.
He took 2 mortar shots with his gun, with his face gun, and put 2 difficult terrains right there. So those are right in my path of advance for Molik Karn and Makeda. And not much else happened. He's contesting that with some Warjacks, which is really good. He's contesting this flag, although I don't have a warlock over here to dominate it. All right, so bottom of turn 2. All right, so bottom of turn 2. No scoring. Mullikarn is over there, but Will is within 4, so he's contesting. The Gatormen did move up. They have +2 strength from the Whipper person, so they did some decent damage over here. And Mullikarn charged up through the rough terrain with Pathfinder from Rush, and blew up the, what was that thing? The shield?
I forgot.
Shield Conservator. The Gladiator did move up here as well. So Will has probably his feet turn coming up with synergy and some other things. So we'll see what happens here. But no points scored yet. Top of turn 3. All right, top of turn 3. You'll notice Mullikarn is dead. Will used his Cipher to piston him to death. And then over here, moved up, didn't really do much over here. Although he really, did a whole combo to get his guy's Pathfinder against Mullikarn, +2 inches of charging and -4 defense total. So he really guaranteed the kill there. Syntherian used his feet to give his guys free charges and some other things. So extra initial attacks. So over here, Molek's dead. I have 1 heavy Warbeast left. Will has 1 heavy Warjack left. And neither of us are really challenging for points yet. I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to get over there and get rid of those minor mechanic dudes, so I'm not going to be able to control that flag this turn. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, bottom of turn 3. I'm in a precarious situation. My plan didn't work out. I did kill another Reciprocator over here and took that one down to 1 hit point. However, Makita's move up and try to eliminate her into position to do some work over there didn't work out. So she's kind of left hanging. She has 2 Fury on her, and she has a Kreia she can give damage to, and the Gladiator she can give damage to. He ran up and he charged, and killed that piston thingy, Cipher. However, he had Reconstruct on the Cipher, so he came out and I wasn't able to attack again to destroy it. So he's out there he's 3 inches from where he was. Probably with a charge lane on Makita, we'll see. So I did use my feet. It took 1 Fury off of Gladiator, but I couldn't, he placed it so that I couldn't attack again. So that's rough. So we'll see what happens here. Either Makita's gonna die or she's gonna get into rage mode. Alright, so top of turn 4. I was scared because Will can charge in there, obviously charge my Warlock with this reconstituted Warjack. Although she is defense 15, even with a synergy chain of +2, it was hard to hit at a 7 on the die. Will went after the math and trying to get me to transfer, so he didn't boost his attacks, so she actually survived that attack from the heavy Warjack. Gladiator is over there, he's alright. So let's see what's going to happen here. I don't think I'm within range of Syntherian on a Hail Mary charge from Makita, but we'll see here. Alright, so end of the game. Will had a good chance at killing Makita last turn. The dice didn't work out for him that turn, so Makita was battle driven, Pathfinder, +2 strength, +2 armor. She charged up into those guys through a couple wreck markers, killed them, and then swung on Syntherian and killed him as well. So it was a close game, close fought, 35 points. When things die, it matters. So good game, good farewell to Mark 2 for Will and I, and look out for some more farewells here as we go along. Thank you for watching.